Hi, Zizaran here with day 5 of Build Week, and we are doing Toxic Rain Raider. Why Raider, you might ask? Well, I've only had 1 or 2 Raiders, I think, in PoE history. At least very, very few. And I was like, you know what? I want to try out Raider. It was pretty fun to level. Toxic Rain is obviously very, very strong. It's very strong as a league starter. And I felt like I put a lot of currency into the other builds, so I wanted to do less currency in these. So for leveling especially, it was just like, you know, the leveling gear I had lying around. The duration tab that obviously does help a lot. It's not like I'm trying to do these as like actual league start simulations or anything. Yeah, no, it was very, very enjoyable, very good, decent single-target damage, and fairly tanky for how squishy it is, because you do get a large amount of dodge. We can go in-game here and look at everything. Look how fast this character is in town. How beautiful is that? Oh my god. It's like I am actually a stag running through town. I have 120 movement speed just by default. So it is actually very, very quick character, and I can just like run through Blood Aqueduct. I did some memes while I still had my Cool Rain on. I started throwing in like Phase Run and just let Mirage Archer clear. That worked really well, and you can see once I get the elusive and stuff, it puts us up towards like over 200 movement speed. So yeah, it is actually very, very fast, and it was pretty fun to play. Really good for the Valdos Harbingers. I only played this around 6 hours and got to level 81. I would have played more, but I wasn't feeling that well, and I'm still sad over my instacker dying yesterday. So nonetheless, it was a pretty enjoyable character to play. We can go through the gear real quick so you can see what I was using. And I did, like on the other builds, save a, you know, pre-map change version, like, or right after killing Kitava at level 69. Nice. And I've saved the POB for that, and then we're going to throw up the POB for the level 81 character. But let's look a little bit at the gear. So I had faceted fossils from Harvest, so I just threw one on this. And these are not too rare outcomes. This bow could actually be improved. And to make this, I used a faceted, I used a corroded, I used a jagged, and I used a metallic in a prime resonator. This could actually be improved. I could do remove attack twice, and then I could, you know, augment attack speed, which is never happening because it's so rare. But at least I could plus 2 support gems instead of plus 2 bow gems, because that would be plus 2 levels of the Empower. So that would put the Empower up to level 7. That would be really cool. Level 4 Empower would obviously be huge, but it's pretty hard to come by on SSF. I also didn't bother leveling the gem up to level 20 with lenses because I was doing so much damage anyway. And even in a plus 3 bow, which is very easy to make, the earliest harvest crafting video on my YouTube channel for this league shows in detail how to make a plus 3 bow. It's very, very easy. And then other than that, I think I used these on one of my other characters. They're just life resist gloves. Just a leather belt with life. Very, very simple gear so far. I crafted Aspect of the Crab because I had a bunch of spare mana. And I was like, you know what? I don't get hit very often because I'm max dodge. I'm really high evasion. So Aspect of the Crab is pretty cool then, because when I do get hit, I get the damage reduction. And I also get the damage reduction from Wind Dancer. So physical hits do a lot less. I have a Carcass Jack that I threw a Jeweler's Touch on it and put Swift of the... I don't really use it. This could be one linked actually. I don't really use this. It's very, very... the least gem intensive build I've played. Just this. That's nice for the mana, but I am getting quite a lot of my mana back from this, which is some fist attack damage leads mana, but I get the 2 mana gain for each enemy hit by your attacks. And obviously there's a lot of pods. So they're getting me back a lot of mana, and it only costs 20. Look at this beauty. Yeah, so I kind of ran out of currency for crafting. I had no more resonators, and yeah, I just didn't have a quiver. I ended up using this. It was fine. I've been doing tier 11 Valdos Rest already. I'm level 81, and yeah, it's been fine. I have a bunch of enchants, right, just from playing the game, and I was like, it didn't have anything else. So I was like, Despair Curse Effect, that's great. I'm using Skitterbots, Flesh and Stone, and Aspect of the Crab. Instead of Flesh and Stone and Crab, you could probably fit in Malevolence on softcore. Other than that, like, you have so much room for ailment immunity, so I get to fit Evasion. I don't have anything here. I also don't need anything. Like, what would I put on here? I'm immune to all the ailments anyway, so it's whatever. But yeah, Evasion here, Curse, Bleed, Movement Speed, And yeah, it's 6 linked. You can see all the gems in a path of building. Just realized I don't even have an anoint. But again, I didn't really need it. It was a breeze to play so far. Like, especially with elusive up, I have 75, 75, and then it trickles down to like 65 or something. For leveling, it went something like this, where I took this first, went to here, up here, took this, Master Fletcher, took here, grabbed acrobatics, didn't take this until maybe like 10 levels later. Went over here, grabbed Hunter's Gambit, then went to the Hunted, then Blood Drinker, then here, fill it out here, up here, and then I was in Blood Aqueduct, then I wanted No Witnesses. Somewhere in between there, fill out the face acrobatics, really not that important until maps. And then I went down here and started filling out here later. I would next be going to the Scion Life Wheel to try to get up to like 6k life. I basically used Caustic Hour early on, all the way until I got Toxic Rain. Then I used Caustic and Toxic. So basically Toxic for clearing, and I would throw Caustic on bosses while spamming Toxic. And yeah, it was a very, very smooth leveling experience. I basically haven't changed much of what I'm using right now since I was leveling. Since I got level 12, it's kind of been the same setup. There's not like really any like crazy leveling stuff that you could use. Like I had the +2 tabula and that made the biggest difference. Other than that, like Quill Rain, a career ward. I used the Thieves Torment actually. That's something you can use for this build. That's kind of nice. Because you get like such a large amount of life and mana back. And as you can see on the video too, when I've been playing, like I can just stand in the middle of Harbingers and at least, well, okay, maybe not stand still, but while I'm running through them, I do not take damage. Because we have so much evasion, it puts us up to 21,000, that's including Wind Dancer. So you get 20, well, technically 60% more, because you're not getting the penalty of the 40 less. So 60% more basically. It has been a fairly tanky character so far. Obviously the scales better with, you know, even better loot, but and levels. And my support gems are fairly low. They're all like level 18 and 17. Other than that, I don't think I have any like crazy jewels. I have no cluster jewels. I was just gonna grab more life and a Fury Bolts, and I was pretty happy with how the character turned out so far. That being said, I am currently a raider. I ascended Rapid Assault and then Way of the Poacher. Way of the Poacher is a mistake. There's no real need for it on my character. I would rather do Rapid Assault and then Avatar of the Chase and use Blood Rage instead. You want the attack speed anyway, so that is entirely fine. And then I take Avatar of the Veil last. So basically just these two first, then these two. And it's fast and fun. I don't know about Pathfinder or Deadeye, how awesome those are. However, I would say Trickster is better. You get so much good defense with Trickster. Like Ghost Shroud is insane. And obviously you have like the recovery and stuff from Patient Reaper. I would probably have taken Prolonged Pain and Escape Artist. If I was a Trickster, you just get so much defense. It's just one of the best ascendancies all around, I'd say. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these. Obviously, they're not like fully fledged build guides that are as hand-holding as my league starters, but I hope these are helping anyway. Obviously, it takes quite a long time to do the, you know, the step-by-step build guides, so it's hard to do when I'm doing a build a day, but, you know, hope you guys are still enjoying these videos. It's so cool how much you guys are enjoying the really long videos. It's awesome to see. We were obviously a little bit scared of posting those. It's not really the YouTube meta, but yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are enjoying Ritual League. Sub if you liked the video. But more importantly, try to die less than I do.